some workarounds, but they're just a little confusing. We can talk about that later. I think we're live now.
Hey, well, it's not showing that we are.
Yeah, it's on mine now.
It says live.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I got it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Okay, Amanda, you said you're really tired. I'm going to give you a hint. This is what I did at work on Friday, okay? On Friday, I was really, really tired, and I was dozing off of my computer. So I got a cup of water from the break room, and I poured it down my shirt. I literally did that twice. So it worked for like an hour, and then I started dozing off again. So I just went to a little water cooler, had a little water cooler talk for a second, very inconspicuous, and then I went to my desk where no one can see me, and I poured it down my shirt. so try it. It got me through 2 hours of work, so.
I want to try this Brazilian cheese bread. It looks so good.
I can't remember which one of Kate's videos it's in, but she talks about it so much that she put the recipe in one of her videos.
Ooh.
I tried to buy Brazzi bites, which are Brazilian cheese bread. It's like frozen and it's not good. I'm sure Kate's is better.
I think I remember her putting the recipe up, like in the video, like you said. I just don't remember what was in it.
Probably bread and cheese.
I mean, but
yeah.
like, wasn't there like an egg in it or something?
There's egg in everything. You just throw an egg in everything and you're good.
Oh, Grape's got the recipe.
That's great.
So how's everybody's Nano going so far? I saw that.
Yeah, has anyone made any progress yet? Oh, hey, Edward.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Kevin, I'm going to try really hard not to talk over you today.
That's not going to happen.
No promises. the other day, I was talking to Aaron about something, and he had already told me like that, I need to stop talking over him. So I was trying really hard to like let him finish, and finally he stopped. He was like, "Why are you making that face?" I'm like, "I'm not making a face." He's like, "No, you're like making a face. What's going on?" I was like, "I think I'm just trying really hard not to talk over you. Okay, I can't help it. I'm a chatty Cathy."
I mean, I'm used to being in lives with like 5 people, so I'm used to being spoken over, so it's not a big deal.
This is my first time ever doing a threesome live.
Ooh, not me. God, I haven't even done anything yet today, so I need to do at least 30 minutes.
I wrote a little bit in Brooke's live, but like very little. Mostly just trying to figure out what I was doing because I have no clue. I need a plot. What's that?
Dang, Alyssa, showing off again.
Ew.
Hey, Natalie.
Hello. I just poured something in my water and there's something floating in it.
Ew. Drink it.
Ew, man.
Do it.
Is it brains?
Do it.
It's black and inky looking.
One of those amoebas. It's one of those amoebas that's going to eat your brain. Do it.
It's the look. It's my everything is dead cup too. So
yeah, everything's dead. Floating in your cup.
It's a T-Rex wearing a flower crown.
Yos.
How did he get the flower crown on top of his head? He can't even reach.
I don't know, but he's so adorable.
Emily's a show off. And Nina, I'm telling you, I made that same mistake. I read Save the Cat right after my first drop, and then now I had to like rearrange the whole thing.
I actually just got a new craft book that who was talking about it? I don't know. I just got a new craft book, but it's a fantasy one. Who was that? Louise Hanley, but she just changed her name actually on YouTube, so I'm not sure what her handle is now. Okay, so everybody, are we ready to start sprinting?
Yeah, I gotta get some minutes in. So let's not start low today. Let's start.
I have to get words in because I have words.
Jess, what is your goal? I just saw it, but I already forgot what it was.
25,000.
Okay.
Minutes.
Words.
Now I have,
24,
now I have the red
6,
song stuck in my
7 minutes. I always just say like the most random numbers together because I can never remember it.
head. Do we want to do 10 minutes? 15?
Yeah, let's at least minimum 10.
What do you think, Jess?
Whatever you want.
Aha, that's why Kevin likes it. 10 minutes. Let's do it.
Okay, I guess we're doing 10 minutes. Do you want to start? When do we want to start it?
Right now. No. I don't know. 8:07.
Okay, 8:07 mark. I don't know how I'm supposed to drink my water now. Ugh.
You put the glass to your mouth.
I can't, Jess. There's something floating in it.
Don't drink the floaty part.
Yeah, drink around it. Drink around it.
Drink around the floaty part.
I have this huge container that I got from IKEA. I'll just drink out of this.
Oh my God.
Horrible.
I'm like just anxiously waiting for it to start. Okay, starting. You guys can go ahead and mute yourself if you'd like.
Okay. No, I'm gonna stay right here. You can hear my heavy breathing.
Ooh, that scared me. Oh man. Oh. How'd everybody do?
259.
259?
259.
That's good.
I'm not doing word count, so I'm working on my first note card. So I'm kind of like, you know, revising and adding. So I got through like 3 paragraphs. So I guess there's that.
I only got through like 5 pages. I'm going slower than I thought I would. Dang,
Wait.
everyone's like.
You went through 5 pages?
Yeah, because most of the first chapter's not changing.
Oh. I did have to look at what this kind of scar looks like, and it. Oh god, I kind of wish I didn't.
Wish I hadn't.
Yeah.
Well, there is that.
Hi, Book Dragon. Glad you made it.
Well, everybody just showing up.
340, 299, 480. Dang. Seems like a lot of you guys are doing word counts, huh? I got 10 minutes too, Kate. Twinsies. I kind of want to be like tracking, but I don't know how to track.
Write it down.
No. I mean, like, I don't know how to track what I did during the time. I'm just like revising, so.
Oh. Hey, Lindsay, thanks for stopping in.
I don't know how to tell you to keep track of that either.
Yeah, I wish I had like some tangible, like, this is what I did, but I don't.
Nina, I'm the same way. Sometimes I'll reread the same thing over and over again, and I push through to a new section.
Oh, hi, Lindsay. Yeah, I also, though, like, I'm rereading stuff that I wrote during last camp, and some of it's really cringy. Some of it's okay, but some of them is like, yikes. So.
The last time I worked on this story was 2014, so you want to talk cringy.
That's how I would feel if I ever went back and looked at my first book. I think I might die, like, of embarrassment.
It wasn't that bad. You seem to think it's way worse than it actually was.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think one of my beta readers would beg to differ.
Wasn't I the only beta reader?
No, remember I had Sage and one other person. Duh. And then I had everyone from Francesca's class, too.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you get over yourself?
Oh, golly.
I luckily edited out all the cringy parts in my last read-through, so...
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to come across a lot of cringe.
I'm not really rewriting it so much as just, like, I read over it earlier today to, like, give myself an idea of where I was trying to go with it, because I am starting off with, like, 0 plot. So I was like, so where was I taking it before when I wrote 10,000 words of nonsense? Oh, that's a very weird place to go. Okay, cool.
Ooh, colder than a snowman's asshole. You know, I don't think I ever remembered to put one of those in a snowman, but I will never forget now. Oh my gosh, when I first read that, EJ, I thought you said the story is... I first wrote the story when I was 6 years old, and I was like, some things maybe you shouldn't revisit. Some you should let go. Maybe they weren't meant to be. I misread it, so that was my fault.
Earlier today, I dropped my laptop, and the whole screen went fuzzy and white, and then it turned off, and I had a heart attack, but it's working now.
Nina, there's always more.
I actually found in like my parents' old filing cabinet papers from when I was in kindergarten.
Aww.
And it was like a write a short story. Like it was like at the printed out page and at the top it said write a short story. And I literally wrote a dead person is a dead person. So
that is really deep. We could really unpack that.
Well, I think it like completely tells you like the kind of adult I was going to be for sure. Because most kids are not thinking about dead people, but me at 6, totally all over it. So
I never thought about the fact that like how our early writing could kind of be a peek into our future because wow. Mine, I don't know. I guess, yeah. I remember I don't know, for one of my birthdays, this is a really cute story. For one of my birthdays one year, Kevin wrote me a short story and had his friend draw pictures to go along with it.
You know what's funny is I just found those pictures recently, like the originals, and I'm still friends with him.
Yeah, because you made me give them back to you.
Oh, did I? I think it's because I wanted to give them to him. But
yeah. Well, no, wait. No, you had me give you back something that you drew.
Oh, that's
and you were like, throw it away. And I was like, well, Donna wants to keep it. And you were like, no, give it to me. So, no, I still have, because it was a story about fairies. Like the fairy king and queen. And
yeah, I remember.
Like you were like 11.
A dead person is a dead person.
D-E-D, dead.
It was D-E-D dead, actually. I just typed it in.
I bet.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, and you even spelled person. That is really funny that you spelled like that.
I was 6 when I was in kindergarten.
Dead people don't always stay dead.
That's true.
That is very true.
Because isn't Kate reading the Dead Girl Gang book that you recommended?
Yes.
And that's about dead girls coming back to life, right?
Yeah.
That reminded me of a couple of Buffy episodes where something similar happens.
I meant to write that down. Actually.
It is similar.
I meant to write that down. Dead Girl Gang.
Dead Girl Gang. I liked it. I don't know if Kate's enjoying it or not, but I loved it.
No books. I love no books.
I have too many. I'm surrounded by like 4.
What I have to go through with. That sounds like my early writing. It was all very emo. Mostly complaining about my brothers and how no boy will ever love me.
One of my first...
How life is not fair.
One of my first stories I wrote was about how my brothers... Not my brothers. The brothers in the story were teasing the main character.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder where you got the inspiration for that.
Well, I mean, you do have the same brothers, so...
He was just would read it, so he left me out of it.
All I'm saying, Kate, is that if you're 1% into the pirate book sequel, you have plenty of time to make it Pirates of the Caribbean and Dead Men Tell No Tales. So.
All right. We ready to do it?
Wait, really quick. Nina said it was like chapter 1 and then becomes a diary until the finally fiction story happens around chapter 5.
Kevin is a stupid head. He won't leave me alone. And then there's like Kevin's handwriting in the bottom. No, I'm not. That's what my diaries look like.
Wait, Book Dragon talked about an anime?
I had one of those, like the diary keepers, like the electronic ones.
Yeah.
And my brother is 8 years. My brother's 7 years older than me, and my sister's 8 years older than me, and they could always break into it. Like I have no idea how they knew my passwords, or how they like. I don't know if there was like, because my brother's like really technologically smart, so I don't know if like he just knew like some backdoor way to get into it that I didn't know, but like he could always break into it, no matter what my password was, even if it was just like conjumbled words that I strung together. Like I hated it.
That's what older siblings are good for, though. They can always figure that stuff out.
I'm saying though, like I have journals now, and if Laura were to read them, I'd probably push her out of the window.
Who says I haven't?
If you have, you wouldn't talk to me anymore. I'm always just like, my stupid sister's stupid.
He's saying some real nasty things about you if he thinks you're never going to talk to him.
She's the scum between my toes.
It's usually just me like talking about like, why am I even still trying to be a writer? Because I'm being honest, that's usually what it is. It's like, writing sucks. Publishing industry sucks. Why am I doing this? Cassidy, that
Yeah, that sounds very telling, Cassidy. All right, are you ready to do another sprint? I need to get some time in.
yeah, I'm ready. If you are ready, Jesse, you ready?
Sure beans. Why not?
How long do we want to do this time?
Let's do 15 this time.
Okay, let's do it at the 30 mark since since it's delayed.
We'll make it even Stevens.
Because we're so delayed.
I got these chili spice mangoes at Trader Joe's. I don't know if anybody likes chili spice things, but these are so good.
Did you look for the ube ice cream? I have yet to try it
Yeah,
yet.
I told you I tried it.
Is it so good?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh my god, I have to get some.
They have milk bread there, and when I was there, like their sample was they put the ice cream inside milk bread. I wrote a Portal Fantasy 2 about kids that get stuffed into a video game.
I wrote a Portal Fantasy about a girl that went back in time on her farm and found an old cabin and found a group of people that had hung themselves, and it was pretty dark.
How old are you?
I was in middle school, so like somewhere between 11 and 14.
I think you and Damien would be really good friends because he like tells me about his writing when he was younger, and it's always like, this kid was bullied to death, and I was like, all this like really extreme stuff. And I'm just like, holy crap. He's like, yeah, I wrote that when I was like 12.
Yeah, yep. That I was. My writing as a child was very dark. I have plans for at some point in the future writing like just a real dark fantasy, like normal fantasy, and then like the epilogue is like the darkest thing you've ever read in your life, like a complete 180 turn.
Well, you should make that middle grade.
Oh my god.
It's not going to be middle grade.
Like the darkest thing you'll ever read for 12 years old.
Everyone in chat seems to like Jess's idea.
Going dark. I'm gonna make some dark stories.
I tried. I'm trying with the witch book, and I just don't know if I'm capable of making things as dark as I want it to be.
I feel like life is dark now.
Send it to me. I'll darken it up for you.
I'm trying to be like really like no plot armor. Okay, we just hit the 30. We hit 30, so we got to go 15.
Yeah, we're gonna do 15.
Okay, you can mute yourself if you want. You don't have to. Ready, go.
Revising is hard.
Yeah, I prefer it though. At least I have something to work with.
Yeah, I just can't quite get it to read like how I see it. Classic.
Words are hard.
Jess, how'd you do?
5:45.
Damn. I mean, dang. Family-friendly content.
I was cursing in German earlier, so
Oh,
I'm really family friendly.
I'm kidding anyway. I don't give a shit.
781. Dang.
I forgot Cassidy writes by hand sometimes, which I don't understand. People that write by hand, it hurts.
I can't write by hand right now, so I typically do for a first draft, but not happening.
My hands cramp up really easily. Don't you have tendonitis?
Arthritis.
Arthritis. Sorry.
You're too honest to yourself, Kate. I basically went over the 3 paragraphs from the last sprint and like fixed them. So I'm not really making progress lengthwise. That's kind of how my revising goes, though. It's like I write what's supposed to happen or like what's happening, and then I go back over. I'm like, okay, no one talks like that. No one says that. So I get the bones out, and then I have to make it seem believable after that.
I mean, look, I'm not
like my dialogue is always very stilted in the beginning. It's like, I do not feel like that. And it's like, okay, no one's gonna say that.
I struggle with I don't write contractions, so because I was
Same.
like drilled not to in academic writing.
Yeah.
So I have to go back, and I like no one says do not. Like who speaks or like have not? It's like no one says that. People say don't and haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Somehow in this Word document I'm working in, a bunch of my quotation marks turned the wrong way, and so I can't even control find all of them and replace them.
Oh,
just put them in the wrong direction again. So like every other sentence, I'm having to change the direction of my quotation mark.
When I wrote my first draft of Warriors of Comadria way back in like 2000 and I don't know, 8 is a long time ago. I wrote the entire thing with no contractions, so like 90th K with no contractions, and I was like, this sounds so stupid. Why would you make this decision?
Yeah, that's how my first book was too, and I had to go back and fix it all.
I thought because it was like a fantasy world that it would make it more.
They talk very formal in fantasy.
They speak very, and it's even though I took it all out, it still is.
I feel like I need to read more. I feel like I need to read more fantasy. Jess, what would you say is one of your favorite fantasy books? I know it's not Robin Hood.
Did I say the Cassandra Clare books?
Okay, but like besides Cassandra Clare books, like what would you say is some of your favorite fantasy books?
Straight fantasy, I would say Susan Dennard's Witchland series is a favorite.
I want to read that.
Okay, I've been wanting to read that. I'm gonna add it to my list.
Because it's fantasy set in like a whole fantasy world, not like urban fantasy or.
I mean, I like urban fantasy too, but I've been wanting to read her books. I've also been wanting to get into Brian's. Brian? Is it Brian Sanderson?
Brandon.
Brandon Sanderson. I was like, Brian doesn't sound right. I've been wanting to try his books too.
I'm trying to look at my shelves and find good books, but it's like I'm blanking.
Yeah, Becca says Brandon Sanderson also, Kevin.
Okay, I'm gonna write that. I feel like so many people suggest him. Way of Kings. Isn't it? I want to try the Stormlight Archives, I think is what it's called. Oh my gosh, Jody.
I feel like I don't read that much fantasy. I mean, I write some, but I mean, I don't write any. I read some, but I don't keep saying write. I don't read that much.
I read mostly like urban fantasy, or what I would prefer to call paranormal versus fantasy, like vampires, witches, zombies, things like that. I consider paranormal versus fantasy.
Right.
So I read more paranormal wise than fantasy, and I think probably The Witchlands is like the only one that I've read in the past few years that is like straight fantasy that I've really enjoyed, because most fantasy is just too in depth for me.
Yeah.
I really like urban fantasy and paranormal too. Like I
do too. Like, who said that stuff was out? I love it.
Well, Caleb Roerig has a vampire novel coming out next year.
Does he? That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. It's a LGBT vampire book. I love that kind of stuff. Like I miss those books, like Soul Screamers. I don't know if anybody else read those.
Well, I did. Good. You know, I did.
Oh, they're so good. I just had so many favorites. But this is the book I got. It's called The Fantasy Fiction Formula. Laura, you should do this in your series where you talk about different books. This one's how to write fantasy books. I had a credit on Amazon because I messed up one of my orders, so I just got this. Fantasy. But the guy that wrote the Dresden Files blurbed it, so it must be somewhat legit.
See, that's why I haven't I haven't written any like science fiction or fantasy because I'm not good at the world building stuff, and I actually, frankly, honestly find some of that to be boring if it's like too much. So, but I do like fantasy and science fiction. And I was thinking about this today, that actually most of my science fiction, I mean, I do have a few science fiction ideas that are like in space, but most of my science fiction is more speculative fiction. I'm more interested in like future technology that we actually will have like in like 50 or 60 years, and like utilizing that kind of stuff. Like I read a lot of stuff on like the way that technology is progressing, and then also about like changes in like our economy and like weather patterns and stuff. And so I have a lot of story ideas that take place in the future, but they're not dystopian. It's just what I imagine the future is going to look at like based on that, if that makes sense. So that's kind of more what I'm interested in.
Dystopian.
It's not dystopian because it doesn't have like a government who's trying to hold everyone back. I mean, it's literally what our future is going to look like.
What I'm saying is like because our government, because our country, our world is going to shit.
Well, I mean, it is, but that's not the only reason why. I mean, things like, driverless cars is not because our country is going to shit. It's just like the way technology is progressing.
As we were discussing, dystopian / science fiction / fantasy, another one that I thought about that I really like is the Hunter series by Mercedes Lackey.
The Hunter series. Down so I can check them out later.
It reads like a fantasy, but as you get into it, you realize that it's like a dystopian set in the future.
I'm cool. That's how the genre. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's how those books.
I call it the Shyamalama Ding Dong Chronicles. I can never remember what it's called.
I read one of the books when I was like in junior high, and I didn't realize till this show came out that they showed like the needle in Seattle, and I was like, wait a second, what is happening? Yeah. But also, Becca, super excited for your tattoo. I've always wanted one and have never committed one because I'm too broke.
I almost got a tattoo when I was really like young, and I'm so glad I didn't because it was a Limp Bizkit tattoo. So that has scared me from ever wanting to get another one, because if that's what I was going to do, oh my God, I would have like cut off my arm or something. If I still have it, so.
That's harsh right there.
Could you imagine?
Oh gosh.
Oh, the shame. Talk about cringe.
You could have got it covered.
Yeah, I mean, you can get them covered, or you could have gotten it taken off.
You could have got a Limp Bizkit tattoo and then covered it up with a System of a Down tattoo.
Hey, that would still hold up. I still like them.
I have a tattoo, but just one.
Where's it at, Jess?
Right here, up here.
Oh my God, what is that? Sorry, my cat just fell off the back of the chair and stabbed me. Okay.
Stop being mean, Alfalfa.
He just literally like, fell on the chair and stabbed me in the back. I want a tattoo so bad. Becca, I mean, once I get some money, you can take me there. We'll do a collab video.
Cat Von D.
Becca, let's just do a collab video where we get tattoos together. Everyone's like, I have a tattoo, and I'm all like, I'm too boring.
I'm all like, I can't be trusted because I wanted a Limp Bizkit tattoo, so I'm cut off from ever getting.
There's one that I've wanted for years now. I just don't have the money. Damien has a tattoo even, and I'm just like,
I'm kind of over it. Like, I don't know if it's like, I don't know. It's just like I had so many that I wanted to do at some point, and now it's just like, eh.
Well,
I
also used to be really into piercings. I used to have a bunch of piercings, so I thought about like getting more piercings again. But
same.
Like I miss my nose ring.
I miss my eyebrow rings. I had 3 of them. And that's probably the only one I miss though. The only ones I miss.
Yeah, the other ones. Actually, I miss my industrial. That one was fun.
My tongue ring messed up my teeth, and my lip one hurt the entire time I had it. So
I was actually just thinking about that because I was looking at my teeth the other day. I was like, wow, my tongue ring really jacked.
Yeah, mine did too.
I just have my lip piercing, and I think sometime like I turned 30 and I was like, maybe you're too old for that. And like I tried taking it out for a week or 2, and the hole in my face looks way worse than just having the ring in. So I'm like, I'm gonna have this till I'm 95. So
have you seen my eyebrow scars? Have you ever noticed it? Those are for my eyebrow rings. So
I have like a really
I totally know that life.
I have a really bad scar from my lip ring too, where it looks like it's still open.
Mine's not. Mine's only noticeable if you get really close to it because my lip like puckers over. Because I had it here, so it puckers over it. But my eyebrow. I mean, one of my eyebrow scars is really bad because my face rejected the piercing, so it just literally pushed it out of my face.
I had like when it was pierced, I at some point I did a really stupid thing. I worked in a restaurant at the time, so like I wasn't allowed to wear it most of the time, so I had to like take it out and then put it back in. And I think I pierced it through like a second hole at some point. Like I can pull this lip ring completely into my mouth, like without any pain at all. Even with the front on it. So like it's a pretty big hole. So like when you take it out, there's just like a hole in my face. So I was like, I'm just gonna put that back in because that little diamond looks a lot better than a hole in your face.
It sounds like you gauged it on accident.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Mine's not that bad, but like I feel like if I look, you can see it. It kind of looks like I have a pimple or something on my face, which I get plenty of those, so it's not like
it's like another pimple on my face. No big deal.
Another pimple.
Gray Fry, I did. I had 2 in 1. I had 10 piercings from the neck up, so I definitely had eyebrow rings. I had 3 total. But they were all actual barbells. They weren't rings. And no, you don't have to be a big guy to write about them. Talk about plus size characters. I think that if you're going to write a story about what it feels like to be a plus size person, like if that's the focus of the story, then you should be, but just don't be, offensive. Just don't have all your plus size characters being like, I must eat Doritos all day long.
Okay, so speaking of this, I read a middle grade recently where they just kept talking about how this one character who was comic relief was so fat, and all he did was eat, and he was lazy and stupid and fat. And I was like, what kind of book is this for kids? Like, it was so irritating. They constantly
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
No.
His name was Augustus Gloop.
No.
I'm just
like, why is this like?
No, I know.
Why is this the comic relief person? So irritating.
We have discussed it before, but one of my biggest pet peeves with the Harry Potter series is like in the actual writing itself, I have plenty of issues with J.K. Rowling, but my actual issue with the books themselves are that every time she introduces like a character that you're not supposed to like, they're either described as morbidly obese or ugly. They're like Petunia is horse-faced, Umbridge looks like a frog, the Dursley men are both obese and heavy-set and thick-necked, and anytime she talks about someone that you're supposed to not like as a character, they're given some kind of an ugly or fat descriptor.
Oh,
which is so not true to the real world.
Yeah, that's your JK grievances, Kevin.
I just read a thing today about how she was all like, came out in support of Johnny Depp and was all like supporting him in the role.
Because, you know, he needs support. Like, he's out there flapping in the wind and just needs to take one for the team. It's like, why can't you just not speak about it? Can you just not?
He just says things that I don't agree with a lot. So I just pretend like she doesn't exist.
But, I mean, I can have issues with her and still love the series. But, like, that is my one, like, serious peeve with the series that just makes me want to, like, burn the whole thing down.
Yeah, because I mentioned this somewhere. I don't remember if it was in a video or a live stream, but like, it's hard for me. I still love Harry Potter, but I don't love her. So it's like a weird mixed emotion.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it too is just that at some point, you think about all of the fame that she has, it has to have altered her mental state.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if that happened to you, would it not alter your mental state?
Well, yes, but I would not become like racist and stupid, which she kind of did. So I feel like sometimes when you have money, it just reveals who you really are.
I just think like, she's like old. I think she's old and she just says whatever she wants and thinks that she can get away with it.
But I also think money does that. People have no consequences when they have money, so they don't have to hide their idiocy as much, you know?
I'm wondering how old she is.
But just because someone can write a good story doesn't mean that they have good views on the world.
Well, Orson Scott Card donated a bunch of proceeds from his book sales to anti-LGBT stuff, so.
So does Chick-fil-A, so I hope you enjoy your waffle fries. Not you, Kevin. I know you don't eat Chick-fil-A, but I get so mad when people talk about Chick-fil-A.
Orson Scott Card specifically took his book money and did it.
Yeah.
That's excessive.
Well, they're taking their waffle fry money.
Anyway, I feel like it's been a while since we did a sprint.
I know, I'm trying to get you to do one earlier.
We broke 25 minutes out of an hour. Go us.
Sorry. I didn't even realize what time it was. Okay. You want to do one at the 5 mark?
Yeah, and let's do another 15.
You cool with that?
We need to get some writing in.
Totally cool. I mean, I think I've hit my word goal for the day, but it's like 802 or something.
I'm already almost to my minute goal. I only have to do 30 minutes a day, and I've done 25. So.
Oh, my goal for the day is 807, and I'm at 804. So.
Oh,
that's a weirdly specific number, 807.
Do you think you can get the 3 words?
Probably not. I'm probably just going to fail miserably for the day and give up and go cry in a corner.
Thanks for coming, Book Dragon. I'm sorry about your Wi-Fi.
Sorry, Book Dragon.
I used to write Harry Potter fan fiction. Didn't you too, Jess?
Me too.
Yeah. Because we talked, yeah. You're like, oh, they had amnesia. And I was like, wow, way to call me out. My character definitely had amnesia.
My character that had amnesia was a Tokyo Hotel fan fiction. So
mine was a Harry Potter one. It was the son of Voldemort. He didn't know he was the son of Voldemort.
In one of mine, I gave Harry Potter a sister.
Huh. That'd be interesting, actually, if you had other siblings.
Well, because, I mean, he was like a year old when his parents died.
Yeah.
So, like, they could have theoretically had another kid, and maybe no one told him that he had a sister that died because, like, they didn't want to ruin his life even more.
Oh, my God. That is depressing.
Right? Right.
Tokyo Hotel.
American Way to Hogwarts.
I was also a big. I shipped Harry and Draco together like so hard.
Doesn't everybody?
No, some people ship Ron and Harry together.
No, thank you. I ship Ron with no one. She should have killed him.
I like Ron.
I ship Ron with myself. Okay, so
Okay, wait. 15 minutes starting now.
Yeah,
okay. We'll leave it on that note.
know what that means?
It means we're live on Nick at Night.
I just type aggressively. I'm not on purpose.
I got bit by a stupid mosquito while I was working. That's kind of distracting.
Your life is so hard.
Don't get me started, Kevin.
I'm not sure what happened, but somehow I ended up with 627 words.
Nice.
Damn. That's awesome.
I'm like staring at them. I'm like, did I highlight that right?
Okay, but are any of the lines the hallway trimming along the hallway are wood? And so is
No.
and is it really art?
I mean, it's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's not quite that.
I realized I've already gotten through 3 of my bullet points, but that's because some of the ones later on are going to like complete rewrites, and these are just revising.
Well, I went over my first 3 chapters one more time, fixed a few more things, and moved on. I've gotten another paragraph or so done.
I like how you say one more time like it's going to be the last time of the one.
Yeah, no, it definitely won't.
I just want it to be done. Like, I know what I want it to be, and
yeah, exactly. Oh, stupid mosquito bite is driving me nuts.
Grape, you definitely need to go back and comment on Jess's video and put first.
If that video was supposed to go up at 9 o'clock this morning, I apparently cannot read AM PM. So that's my life, guys. I figured it out at like 6 o'clock when I got home from work, and I was like, whatever, it'll be fine.
Oh, there, yeah, I'll add it to my watch list for after we're done.
I stupidly did not bring anything to drink up here.
Would you like me to send you some? I've got water and soda. Just pass it.
What kind of soda?
Karen's got floaty water.
I got some weird floaties.
Ew. I want your floaties, Kevin.
She doesn't want your goobers.
It looks like ink, which is weird. I don't have any liquid ink just floating around the apartment.
It's part of a demon coming to possess you and wants you to drink it.
Honestly, at this point, I'll welcome it if it means I don't have to edit anymore.
Emily, I'm with you. I don't know if I'll ever make it past my first page. I just keep going over the same paragraphs.
Listen, you gotta keep on keeping on. That's what I always say. Hi, Angel. You know what's so weird is I wrote the words most motherly, which isn't correct, I guess, because my Word document is telling me it should be motherliest.
No.
Ooh.
No. No.
I put most motherly, and it's like, are you sure you didn't mean...
Your Word document is trolling you. Don't do it.
It says, are you sure you didn't mean motherliest?
No. No.
A Word document is not always right.
No.
I'm just surprised it's even suggesting this. I can't say that word. Suggesting.
Angel, my next book that I'm writing, I have a character named Angel. Just thought you'd like to know.
He's a demon.
He is not a demon.
Is he a vampire?
Nope, he's just a boy who's in a band.
Well, that's not as fun.
Demon.
No.
I've dated some dudes in bands.
He's actually in a mariachi band.
Oh, it's a different kind of band.
Yeah.
It's a whole different type of band.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Motherliest.
I know, I was literally just thinking in my head. was like, motherliest. Motherliest.
It sounds like it doesn't even have anything to do with being a mom. Like, it sounds like it's a word that means something completely different.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't even find, like, if I Google that word, it doesn't exist.
She was the motherliest mother of all mothers.
Well, the sentence is, she's the most motherly figure I've had in my life. But it's saying she's the motherliest figure.
I mean, it kind of makes sense in that.
Okay, well, now that I'm hearing it.
She's the motherliest figure.
In that context, it makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm kind of like reeling it back. I'm kind of reeling it back a little bit. I think you should just maybe rewrite the sentence, say something different.
She's the most realest mama I ever had.
She's the closest thing to a mother I've ever had.
I'm probably just cut in the whole thing. I'll just highlight it for now and come back to it.
No, we just get rid of that character altogether. Done.
I can't.
It's fine.
I can't get rid of the character. She's the most motherliest.
And we just killed her off. Call me Disney.
Most motherliest.
Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that sentence. It's a hideous sentence.
Oh, I was like getting like so jealous of everyone who's already met their goals for the day, but I technically met my goal for the day too. So
everyone hit their goals day one.
I have also hit my goal for the day, so I'll probably like switch over to doing some other things that I need to do, like writing my blog post for this week. But
I tried writing a blog for a long time. I just don't have a passion for it. So I like applaud you because I don't know why. I just feel like it's not that I don't have a passion for it. I feel like I don't sound articulate in them. Does that make sense?
I'm just starting mine. Like, this will be my 5th post.
Mm-hmm.
And my plan is to use it more as like a place for like short stories and poetry and stuff like that.
Okay.
Than to like have a concise, thought out post every week.
I tried doing the concise thought out post thing and I just
Kevin, we were pretty consistent when we had our Zengas.
Okay, that was like 2004.
That's so funny. You definitely pinpointed it because it was literally 2004 when I started my Zenga.
I don't even know what that is.
If anyone had a Zenga, say so in the comments. It was basically a live journal.
It was like an online diary thing.
Yeah, it was like live journal. It's just a different. It was like a different.
Yeah, you just like wrote and your friends could comment on it.
Okay.
I think I tried looking it up and it doesn't exist anymore.
I'll never forget. Matthew had a Zenga, and when him and Kathy broke up, he changed it so that the whole page was just like dripping blood, and he never wrote it again.
You're gonna put him on blast like that?
It was public. It was public. Like his friends read it and stuff.
Yeah, but that website doesn't exist anymore.
But what I'm saying is, it wasn't like it was a private post to begin with. Something he did when he was a teenager. He doesn't watch these anyway.
Now all of his grown-up friends know about it.
Yeah, none of his grown-up friends are watching my.
No, they're like watching sports.
Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa. Zenga. Thank you. It was a thing.
I mean, I'm old too, but I guess it just like wasn't a thing that we knew about in the middle of the
did you have a live journal? Did you have a live journal?
I think so.
Yeah. I was like probably too old to be doing those, to be honest. I was in college. So.
Well, I was.
Story of my life, though.
At that time period, I was probably all MySpace all the time.
Yes, I love MySpace.
I was definitely all about MySpace too.
And I mean, I had like a blog on there, so.
Jenga.
Jenga. Oh, Jenga is the worst game ever. I hate that game. It's like 5 minutes of playing and 30 minutes of cleaning. That sounds like a trick that some mom came up with. No, thank you. Jenga.
I was never a Jenga fan either.
Alyssa, you were born in 2003. Shut up.
I feel so old.
I feel so old.
I could be your mommy.
Alyssa, do you know what MySpace even is?
I I miss MySpace. I miss
I
like
do.
the ability to like spend 3 years changing all of your backgrounds
Yeah.
and sorting out your top 8 so your friends knew who was more important to you. And
Do you remember like spending like super long like picking the perfect song and then like
right.
going into your coding and like changing the layout? And I was like, oh,
I miss that.
Oh, Alyssa, you've just really depressed me.
Roxanne said she was born in 2003 also.
My God. I met my husband in 2003. We started dating in 2003.
Do you know what AIM is? I miss AIM because I miss.
God,
like,
AIM, hello. The best part of AIM is you could have a status, and you could just hold on. AIM statuses were the original subtweets.
Yeah.
Right? You would just low key like be referring to someone, and they'd be like, "Why is your status about me?" And you're like, "It's not about you. What are you, paranoid? Not about you, okay? Not everything's about you.
Remember?
Totally about them."
Do you remember on AIM you can have like the little tiny icon in the corner that like was like a little tiny GIF, but they're so often they were like really offensive.
Yeah, mine worked.
I like ICQ.
Oh my God, ICQ! I could never understand ICQ. I tried.
Yeah, too.
It was like the easiest way to find people that you were trying to stalk.
I just feel like people, and then there was like MSN Messenger, and that was like I never got into that either.
What was it? MSN Messenger? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I used that a little bit too, but AIM was what most people used. And
I remember
Yahoo Messenger. I used Yahoo Messenger a lot.
I remember when AIM was blocked on school computers, but you could use like a firewall reach around, which sounds gross thing, and you could AIM at school. And so like I remember one day in computer class like getting on AIM and I was like, oh, this is so cool. But then everyone I knew was in school, so I didn't have anyone to talk to.
When we first got the internet, I used to hate that I had to wait till after 10 o'clock to use it because it was dial-up, you know, and like mom wanted to be able to use the phone. So I used to go to I worked at Taco John's, and I used to go to the internet cafe next door and talk in Yahoo chat rooms and pay like $4 an hour to use it. And
Wait, you were at the internet cafe in our town?
Yeah, where Luconi's is. It used to be an internet cafe.
What the hell?
Yeah, and they made really good hot chocolate. And I just remember like sitting by like the snow and like in an internet cafe, like drinking cocoa and meeting weirdos in the Yahoo chat rooms.
Most basic.
Oh my God, the weirdos in Yahoo chat rooms in the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah. People in chat rooms are always like ASL.
Hello, that's how I met my husband, ASL. I thought he was a bot.
My nieces are like ranged between like 9 and 14, and I'm like, you should not be on the internet, and they're like, it's not that bad. I'm like, I was on the internet when I was your age, and I remember what was happening.
I know what goes
you were
on.
not allowed on the internet.
Yeah,
I remember the crap that I was doing.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Cheyenne. Except for it's worse now because when I first was on the internet, there weren't pictures, there weren't webcams. Like I remember first getting a webcam, I was in college, and it was the grainiest, most horrible thing ever. You could not really see anything. Now people are just sending like D-pics all day. Like that's all chatting is online.
Oh my God.
I sound so old when I say that. Y'all just sending your D-pics.
You remember when you used to have to like take a picture of your junk with a Polaroid
with a
disposable camera and then take it to Walmart and have them develop it and then go to the girl's house and hand it to her? No, you didn't do it then. Why the hell are you doing it now?
I remember back like with digital cameras where you had to like attach it to your computer with that cord and I feel so old.
And we're hanging in there.
You know you can still do that at Walmart, right?
Yeah, I still actually have a couple rolls of film I need to get printed or developed.
I have like 9 of those disposable cameras that I've never developed. I don't even know what's on them. Lord,
a lot of D-pics. A lot of D-pics.
No!
Right. Yeah.
Definitely. Funny.
Wait, Alyssa said they blocked Snapchat at her school. How do they block Snapchat at your school? It's just an app.
Remember on Degrassi, they blocked all the apps from their phones after the Oof chat incident.
But Degrassi is fictional.
It's possible. Canada's ahead of the time with that stuff anyway.
Yeah, didn't you know Laura's into the speculative technology?
Like Degrassi's oof chat.
I mean, she kind of did say she was into speculative technology earlier.
I am.
Who blocks Wi-Fi in a toilet specifically?
Dude, that is just cruel and unusual punishment. You should be able to look at your phone on the toilet. Jeez.
You're not supposed to have your phone at all in school. When I had a phone in school, it was like a flip phone that you had a T9 text on.
Kevin, I had a pager, and you know what I used to say to my friends? Could you imagine if we could like actually send words to each other? We could totally cheat. I remember saying that because we would try to come up with like codes for the pagers, but you would have to like go to a payphone to call someone's pager. That's how old I am. So
Same.
Yes, Edward, Degrassi for life. I am like the #1 Degrassi fan of all time.
Wait, I didn't know Wi-Fi's were so sophisticated you could block certain apps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kev. We're old.
You know what really hit me? You know what really hit me though is that kids born in 2000 graduated high school last year.
Wait, what?
Kids born in 2000 were graduated high school last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
And next year, the 90s will have been 30 years ago.
Which is why we're old.
Oh my God! People would watch porn and do this thing in the bathroom. Oh, I was in high school at a simpler time.
Oh my God! No, you weren't.
Before phone porn.
People are smoking cigarettes and doobies in the bathroom.
Okay, people are still doing that, but we didn't have phone porn.
Right. Anyway, we should probably do another spread.
Yeah.
Let's see if this gets shut down. How many times I say?
Alyssa, your sister was born in 200 and she graduated last year.
It took her a really long time to
She's a
graduate.
late bloomer.
She was real dumb.
So,
Oh my
Rick,
God.
you missed it. You were supposed to be cheating. You were just watching Netflix. You were watching Degrassi on Netflix.
Wait, people are smoking Juuls in the bathroom? Oh my God.
Oh, I forgot. Kids smoke vapes and Juuls now.
Yeah, Alyssa, try and backtrack your 200-year-old sister.
Nice try, Alyssa. We know you're a vampire.
You know, if she was born in 200, she'd be 1,800 years old. Get it right, Kevin.
I'm sorry.
If you're gonna make fun of people, at least do it right.
I'm not good at it. I'm a nice person. Are we doing a 15-minute sprint?
Yes.
Sure.
At the 40.
Okay. At the 40?
Well, yeah,
That's
30.
what we said, at the 40.
And now I have vitamin C, we'll be friends forever stuck in my head. I don't know why.
I always get Green Day's Time of Your Life stuck in my head.
Oh my God.
Just, ugh.
Wait, if you use to go to adult websites on them, eventually that website gets blocked for you. Eventually? It's like you have,
How many chances do you get? Because I like those ads.
you can try each website twice and then they're blocked.
It has to be more than once so they know it wasn't an accident.
Oh. Class.
I will say I Googled something at work the other day that was like anime related, and I was looking, like reading the web results, and then on the side it was like, buy this thing on eBay, and it was like one of the characters completely naked with spread eagle, like doing stuff to herself on the corner, like and I was like, what the hell is happening? All I did was I was like, I'm gonna get fired because it's Google search result.
No,
What's Kevin, Google search results gives you search results in context to what you have previously been searching.
Yeah.
No, I don't look up naked girls. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Not my speed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
But I can't find it.
I look up everything at work on my phone. I don't use their computer.
No, I don't care.
I mean,
Apparently you don't. Looking up anime porn and stuff.
It was disturbing to say the least.
Yeah. Kevlandia exposed.
Listen, I'm gonna get
Literally, Kevlandia exposed.
No, I was not exposed.
some other naked woman was exposed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Some other naked woman.
I
Yeah.
was very quick to X out of it. Okay, we're starting a 15-minute sprint.
Okay.
That was quick. Which website? Which website would that be? Ooh, this feedback option.
I shrank during that live sprint.
What?
I shrank. My chair like just went.
I hate when that happens.
Just got magically shorter. That's all.
How'd everybody do?
I got 15 minutes done.
I got a full page of handwriting for my blog.
Oh, nice.
I actually wrote a new first sentence. I've had the same first sentence for like years, and I just randomly changed it. Well, I put something in front of it, a sentence in front of it. So
It's still there. There's just something new in front of it.
yeah, it's not the first sentence now. So we'll see if it stays.
It-
64, Jesus Christ.
Is it? I opened the text and it was a D pic.
No, it was the dead are dead.
The hallway trim along the hallway was wood, and so are the floors.
So are the hallway floors. I have to get it in there 3 times or it doesn't count.
730, jeez. Nice whole scene. I can't. I'm still working on the first image. So like, let's see. I only have to do like 3 things my first image, and I'm only on the second. So.
I think Kevin's taking a nap.
No, I was looking at something on my phone.
I could take a nap right now.
I know. I'm pretty tired. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm ready for bed. I say, and then I'm up till 2 a.m.
Oh no, my bedtime's at 11. Like, I'm out.
I wish, dude. I wish. I'm in bed definitely before 11, but
I, during the month of May, probably slept on average like 10 hours a week. I could not sleep. I don't know what was going on in my world, but sleep was not a thing I was interested in.
I love sleep.
And now I'm like, I could sleep all day, every day.
yeah, I like sleep. It does not like me.
Been there.
So we've done 55 minutes.
Oh, dang, that's good.
Almost
for 2 hours.
an hour out
You
of
sprinted
2
half the
hours.
time.
Yes, I've almost doubled my goal for the day.
We want to do one last 5-minute one?
Yeah, let's do that so we can get the full 60.
Get the full hour in for those of you who are doing minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do one last 5-minute
That'll
one.
be noise.
Last 5. Sprint. Start it. Do you want to start it at like the 1 minute since it's delayed a little bit?
Yeah, because there's a lag. Angel, I'm also doing minutes for the first time. But I also gave myself a very low goal. Because I just didn't, I'm working a new full-time job, and I just didn't know how much it was going to take out of me, so.
I actually, EJ, I would say not to overwrite it. Like, if, like, you want to add enough that the scene feels complete, but you don't want to beef it up just to beef it up.
I like layering. So, like, just the first time you write the scene, just, like, write, like, the literal things that happen, and then, so you should, and then, like, the next time you revise, you just kind of, like, add a little bit in here or there. Because I think those things will come to you with, like, space and time. Like, if you just try to keep adding, you're going to force stuff. But every time I go through a scene, like, more things kind of come and, like, flesh out, if that makes sense.
There will be more live streams this month. I thought I posted it in this description. My last 2 videos have the live stream schedule.
My
really
babies are here. They're here for the last 5-minute sprint. My babies.
Oh, Lux. I was like, what are you talking about? There's no one doing that.
It's okay. I didn't know you were coming after I told you. Oh, Khaleesi, you want to say hi to everybody?
In the description have the live stream schedule, and then Jess also has them in her video descriptions. I think.
Yeah, I don't remember the next one I'm doing, but I know I have one. I know there's like a 12-hour thing going on this Saturday, but I don't know the next one. I think the next one I'm hosting is next week, actually.
The 12-hour sprints that I'm doing next weekend are actually going to have 2 lives now. I've added that to my schedule on my page. I'm going to do one at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and one at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours.
I know that.
I thought I saw that on the schedule, and I couldn't quite understand what the schedule. So remind me to talk to you about this after.
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, the 6 p.m. one is already full, but 8 a.m. Eastern is 5 a.m. here, and I will not wake up that early on the weekend.
The 6 o'clock is not all full now because some of the girls moved to the morning one.
Ooh, okay, we'll have to talk and look at this.
We'll look at that.
Yes.
Okay, we ready to start the last 5 minutes?
Yeah, we're going to do a 5-minute sprint, guys.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Just do it.
We're in the last minute by sprint, but it's not muted, so.
Crap.
All right,
That's quick.
I did it. 60 minutes today. Woo woo.
They were like, whoa.
It was like, whoa, whoa.
Do this thing.
Someone playing a recorder.
Not
It's a sliding whistle.
Kevin knows how to play the glockenspiel.
I do. I was in percussion.
I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
It's like a marimba, but it's metal.
What's a marimba?
Oh.
Marimba is like the long wooden. It's kind of like a giant keyboard that you hit with a mallet.
It's the thing that goes do do do.
I don't know what this was. This up one.
Those are the notes, Kevin. EGBDF.
I don't think you did that many notes.
Nope, she did not. She did like 3.
I don't think.
Well, it's a sore subject, Kevin. I didn't get to be in the band because I had too many younger siblings and mom and dad couldn't afford it. But by the time you came around, well,
they couldn't afford it with me either. They didn't pay for it. The government paid for it.
Well, I wanted to play the saxophone.
That makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I know, right? Aaron played the saxophone.
Oh, look at
Aaron, did you play alto sax? We were just talking about this.
the worst kind of sax.
What, Aaron?
The worst.
He played tenor.
No.
Way to go. So
What did Lisa Simpson play?
alto?
The saxophone.
The saxophone.
Actually, what is the difference between alto and tenor?
Tenor is deeper and a lot bigger. It's about double the size. Keys are also different.
Oh, I hated the guy that played the tenor. No, the alto.
Congrats, Jody. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Wait, there's a soprano sax?
Yeah, soprano sax is shaped like a clarinet. Is a lot higher.
Oh, that seems weird.
Oh yeah, I love those ones because they look like metal. Yeah, they look like metal clarinets. They're like long, like somebody took a trumpet and forgot to bend it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Remember? No, you won't remember. Never mind.
It's like, no, you won't remember. Never mind. And just
There was like a movie in the 90s called Angus, and he played the bassoon. No one's gonna remember that.
One of the guys in our band played bassoon.
There was a guy that played baritone sax in my gym.
In your gym? You're like a dude in your gym, just like.
I mean, I've played baritone sax in our high school gym before, so
I'm imagining a guy like lifting weights and playing the sax, like on the treadmill.
My best friend at the time played oboe, and she quit band because she hated the way it sounded.
the oboe's not great.
Dude, I knew someone who played the oboe too. It was really weird. Hold on real quick. No, you don't have any consequences if you don't meet your goal for camp. So it's just up to you and your higher power, whoever that be.
Oboes sound like dying geese.
They do a little, yeah. So does a clarinet if you play it incorrectly.
I don't like any of the woodwinds, just saying.
You don't like any of them? I like piccolos.
Piccolos are cool.
Aaron just said, the saxophone's a woodwind, right?
I mean, it is.
Well, I wouldn't know because I was never in band. Thanks for bringing it up.
You know what else is a woodwind? The recorder.
Oh my gosh, hot cross buns all day long.
Technically, the recorder doesn't have a reed.
That's true. That's very true.
I played clarinet, bass clarinet, tenor sax, baritone, like an actual baritone. I did not play the French horn. We did have a French horn player though. And I also was the one that got stuck on like the xylophone and the bells. And
okay, bells. That's a glockenspiel. It's just a stupid way of saying bells. But Laura likes to say glockenspiel
because it makes you sound nerdier when I say it.
I played bells and like xylophone, marimba, stuff like that. I was in percussion.
That was the only percussion instruments I was allowed to play. because that was it. And it was only like, if we needed, our band was very small. There was like 20 kids in band. So,
oh damn, that is small.
it was real small.
I played I don't remember what they're called now. In marching band, I played snare drum, and then the 4 drums. What's it called?
It's called a quad.
Yes. It's been so long. It's been so long.
It's got 4 drums. It's called a quad.
You don't talk about like they're really heavy.
Kevin, come on the bass drum.
No, I played bass drum once and I hated it.
The bass drum is so bad, like in marching band, because it's like, how do you even see around it? It's
you can't.
so big.
You can't.
You can't see it. There's no vision.
Well, I'm just grateful for everyone in the band. Everyone was so cool, and I was so lame. And I didn't get to play in the band, so I smoked cigarettes instead. That's what I did.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can't have a woodwind. Might as well smoke.
Exactly. Already ruin my lungs, and I'll never be able to play an instrument.
When I started in 5th grade band, there were like 35 kids in 5th grade band. By the time I graduated, I was the only kid in my grade in band.
I stopped doing it after freshman year. Mainly because I transferred schools, and the school I transferred to was really awful with band.
Ours was real bad. You weren't allowed to be in any other sports or activities if you were in band. Our band director was very strict. And if you were in band, it was the only thing you were allowed to do. You weren't allowed to do anything else.
In my high school, if you were in marching band, you could get out of gym. Because in Illinois, you have to take gym every day, 5 days a week.
For your life. Your whole life. Did me a lot of good.
Yeah, Illinois is one of the only states that requires it every day of school, like through K through 12th grade.
Yeah.
But in Illinois, you could get out of it if you did marching band.
In Ohio, you only have to take gym 2 years of high school, but you can get out of 1 year if you do a varsity sport.
See, in Illinois, we have to take PE literally every single day of every single school year of your entire school. And in high school, one of the quarters had to be swimming, and it was always winter quarter. It was always winter.
They changed that when I went there. So
it was always winter for me, and the only way to get to the pool was to go outside through the parking lot. So I have long, thick hair, so my hair was always wet. And one time it froze, and I touched it, and it broke right off. My hair did.
Oh, Laura, your life is so hard.
We didn't even have a parking lot.
Another reason why I smoke cigarettes.
Let alone a pool.
Jess, did you say you didn't have a parking lot?
Correct answer. Like, we had a grass field that was the parking lot.
Well, the only reason why our high school was kind of big is it was the high school for 2 towns. So like there was a lot of kids there because two towns had to go to it because the 2 towns weren't big enough to have their own high school.
There were 92 kids in my graduating class.
Gosh, I thought mine was small. Mine was 300.
Mine was 870, but it was the largest. It was the largest that my high school had ever had.
We went to the same high school. I mean, not at the same time, but geez, I only had
92.
It was the largest graduating class that my high school had ever had.
That's like more kids than my entire high school, like my entire school had.
I think my high school had like 3,000.
Each grade was, I mean, roughly, until you got down to like the 5th grade where it started to bump up, like each grade had like roughly 100 kids.
I mean, some people, because I went to college in like the middle of nowhere, Illinois, so like a lot of people went to college that were from the middle of nowhere, and they like had like Cheyenne, like 12 people in their graduating class, like same 12 kids they grew up with, knew everyone kind of thing.
Yeah. Kevin Edward had to be 1250 in his graduating class.
Dang.
That's a lot of kids.
We had my friend's
cousin, thanks for joining us.
My friend's cousin was from France, and he came to visit for like a week during the summer, and he said his graduating class was like 5,000 people, and I was like, "Are you sure you're not?" I was like, "Are you sure you're not messing this up?" Like,
maybe there was like a translation issue.
I'm like, are you sure 5,000? I was like, that's like bigger than my entire high school.
Your graduating class was bigger than my entire school. So,
That's funny.
just saying.
Well, my graduating class had like 5 billion students. So how do you all be? I know, but I was like saying, like, you know, he's totally like one of those exaggerators. Like, oh yeah, well, mine, 5
He was
billion.
a weirdo. He had never seen a bunny in real life before, so we were like walking down the street, and he like chased after it into someone's backyard, and we're like, dude, you can't just run into someone's backyard after a bunny. That's weird.
My dog would do that.
He was a human being.
Exactly. Oh.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
anyway,
On that note,
thank you for coming, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for coming. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
And
I doubled my goal for the day, so that's exciting.
make sure, if you have not already, you go check out Laura and Jess's channel. They're both linked in the description below under the Lovelies I'm streaming with. Make sure you subscribe and watch their videos.
And next live chat on Jessica's channel is Saturday. You said 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. East Coast, right?
Standard time.
I'll be in the chat, but not live.
And then the next one for me on my channel is next Wednesday, and I think both of you guys are doing that one with me, right?
Yeah.
The 10th? Yeah, it's the 10th at 8 p.m. on my channel.
Yeah.
If you want to see the full schedule, you can go to Jess's videos, Laura's videos, or my last two. Just this one doesn't have it in it for some reason. I'm an idiot. But we all have the streaming schedule.
Yeah, in our descriptions. So.
Yeah, of the videos. So go check out our videos. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Everyone, glad you guys could make a happy camping.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Stop this broad.